John, good morning.
Ian, how are you?
Wouldn't I know you'd put a damper on a great occasion? Friday midday, life-size statue of Michael Collins, and you have a problem with it.
Yeah, well, how many statues does one going to need? I mean, there's one up in the Mardyke, right? The bust, which nobody probably sees, because I believe in bringing that museum should have been brought down to the old savings bank, because it's too far away for tourists and whatever. The bus that's up there could have been brought down and placed in the Grand Parade. The Imperial Hotel, where he stayed the last night before he was killed, have a sculpture outside which they commissioned themselves, right? So now we have a third one. Now, I have a problem where it's located. Now, I have a problem with Collins. I admire him as a freedom fighter, what he done against the Brits for freedom. But then again, when he took the British artillery, rifles, bullets, and whatever, and when the Civil War came, he used that armory against his own comrades. So I'm split as against Collins.
Well, I'm not going to revisit history, but that was a civil war when the whole country was split into two sides. So that's what that's about. He had the Free State Army behind him, so I suppose he was allowed to use seized ammunition.
Well, I mean, there's a genocidal campaign going on at the moment in the Middle East, and that was genocide that time under poor Republicans. But anyway, let's talk that.
I would park it, but I think using words like genocide in that kind of era is probably an incorrect term to use.
Well, you see, what happened that time, you see, well, there's so much division and hatred, and it lasted for a long time, Neil, is that because the IRA wouldn't accept the treaty, eventually they kept attacking the blue shirts at the time, right, the Free State Army. What they did, they took prisoners. If it happened in the cold light of day, even though if the Americans done it, or any terrorist group done it, the Fine Gaels of today, the blue shirts, Free State Army, took IRA prisoners out of jail and put them up against the wall and executed them to frighten the bejesus out of the public.
Yeah, certainly, but it did happen on both sides. Incidentally, it's very interesting to note that it has taken 3 generations. I was chatting with a chap in Fermanagh at the weekend. He said it has taken 3 generations for that to get out of our DNA. You know, it took those that were there, our parents after them, and us. The next generation, which would be anybody now, 15, 20, 25, maybe even up to 30 years old, looks at this country very differently to the 3 generations before.
Now, to get back to the actual spot where the sculpture is going, that was the same position where the toilet was one of the very few public toilets, which we have now. It's the same size. And we're putting in a sculpture of Michael Collins now, and the people of Cork have no public toilet, or all the tourists that come into.
How can you equate one with the other? That's chalk and cheese stuff, man.
But you know what I mean, like Michael Collins is, you can't go over and urinate up on top of Michael Collins.
But there's a public toilet. The signage is shocking. It's on the right-hand side of the entrance to the library. You know it. It's the brown door.
I do, yeah, but not everyone knows about that. I mean, it's as only you highlighted that, or I actually knew about it.
Fair play. Well, I think you have more of a problem with Michael Collins and the history than you do with the fact that there's a statue. You'd prefer a Dev statue, I suppose?
No, I wouldn't. I prefer a public. I prefer a public toilet there and a few more, so that the people of Cork, if they're cut short, old, young, middle-aged, whatever, tourists could use rather than a sculpture. And another thing, isn't it amazing? This is the third statue now from Michael Collins, right? Yes, there's 30,000 people which you forward very well to as well as Carthill above what's happening up there.
Carthill is a disgrace, but I'm expecting better things now that it's been taken away from the HSE.
Well, the Lord Mayor gave a commitment, so hopefully he will honour it. But there's another 10,000 people out in St. Joseph's in Ballyphehane, right? So that's 40,000 that we know of.
Okay, but
yes, there's no, just let me finish here. As the guy's putting up a statue of Michael Collins, there is no statue to the poor souls, the witches, that starved to death, the genocide. That was a genocidal campaign, right? No sculpture in the city. Yeah. Okay. No sculpture in the city to honour.
Then somebody should form a committee, because what happened with regards to this is the Michael Collins 100 committee came together and got public subscription to put the money for the sculpture, for the full-size piece, actually, and it's paid by the public. So somebody else should do the same and do a famine committee And
Well,
also
I
do
know-
the same.
I
Go
know
to City
they do.
Council and ask, maybe we could do it when they're doing a lot of the new work down on the docks or something, you know.
I know Dermot O'Kyle, I don't know who you know,
Yeah.
and he's on about that forever. Like, I mean, that has nothing to honour the people.
Okay, so contact City. Okay, so contact City Hall. Put together a committee like the Michael Collins 100 did. You know, get publicity. Ask people to contribute. Get the money. Get the sculpture made and get it put in place.
Yeah, we'll never go off of that. We see if we meet any brick walls, we'll be back to your good self.
And tell me this, just on before you go, because you'd prefer a public toilet than you would a statue of Michael Collins. You should do a Klondike on it.
Build my own.
No, run for local council, and let that be your pledge. That if you're elected to local council, you'll have public toilets. Will there be unisex or will there be men and women?
Well, the thing is, you see, like, I mean, you shouldn't have to run like Klondike. That's a long time ago now, right?
You got toilets, though?
No, but the point being, like, I mean, this is the second city in the Republic, in the island of Ireland, right? And we shouldn't have to be worrying about public toilets. They should be there. But to remove one, to put in a statue of Michael Collins.
No, they didn't remove it to put in a statue of Michael Collins. You're gilding the lily there now. They removed it because people were using it to shoot up in and antisocial behaviour and drug taking.
I know, exactly. But surely, but God, there was a way around that. I mean, for Christ's sake, to take the actual, one of the few, in fact, it was the only one that was left, to take away that facility, right?
John, stop. I'm mortified for you, man. I'm mortified for you.
Well, I'll tell you something, and I guarantee you that there will be people now, and there will be urinating up on top of that statue.
Because there's no public toilet where the toilet should be. Hold on there, Tony.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Right. Whoever's on the phone there with you, right, he's talking completely bullshit about Michael Collins. He has a clue. No, there's a house there because it should be Devil Lera, right? It should have been shot and not Michael Collins.
That's charming talk now that you'd want anybody shot at all. I mean, can we move on from that kind of thing?
Devil Lera wasn't the person that got
Michael Collins, right?
Devil Lera didn't take the British guns and use them on his own people.
Michael Collins said yeah, because there's and you know the reason for that. It was the Free State Army. They had access to stuff that the Republicans wouldn't have had access to.
Yeah, but he was the commander-in-chief.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, Tony, have you anything else to say rather than having people shot?
I know right. No, I actually don't.
Okay, my friend. Well, thanks for the call.
He's talking bullshit.
All right, okay. Daisy does say that, John, you have a problem with everything. You're always moaning about something. If it was a civil war, Collins done everything to avoid civil war. You forgot that. He used the treaty as a stepping stone to a real united Ireland, which we still haven't got, by the way. All right?
Yeah. Still use the British artillery on his own coverage.
All right, my friend, we'll pick it up after 11. Either way, the public are invited to the unveiling of the Michael Collins statue in Cork City. The Collins family will be there. The committee will be there. Ronan O'Gara, Jimmy Barry Murphy and Rena Buckley will do the official unveiling at midday on Friday.